Right, we can get started. Namaste everyone. Welcome to Hindi University. Really excited to have all of you this Sunday. As you know, my name is Ashutosh, and we meet every Sunday 8 a.m. US Pacific time, which is time on the west coast of the US, to learn about the Hindi language. For those of you who are new to Hindi University, you can learn more about us by going to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Hindi University. Um, you can also go to our website, which is hindiuniversity.org, and find out how you can engage with the HU classes, how you can join the Sunday classes, and the number of practice sessions we have throughout the week. If you're completely new to Hindi University, I share a little bit of information for you, so just for your for knowledge. And as I mentioned, for Sunday classes, all you need is a reasonable internet connection, and you can use the Zoom link or the meeting ID to join the classes. And since we are at the, since we are the, we've covered a reasonable amount of Hindi from the book that I'll be sharing shortly. I do expect you to know some basics of Hindi language if you join, or so if you missed any of the previous classes, you can watch it on the YouTube channel that we have. Okay. I use this WhatsApp community to enroll students. So if you're completely new, that's one way for you to kind of enroll, share a little bit of information about yourself, and then once I know that you're a legitimate learner, will onboard you into the right platform. Okay. With that being said, as you know, we're going over these two books this year. One is the Pingu Learns Hindi, which is the book by Hindi University, and the second one is the Primer of Modern Standard Hindi by Professor Michael Shapiro. We've covered good amount of the book so far this year, and we before I jump into it, who remembers what we covered in the previous class? Because let's start backwards. Michael Ji, you recall what we covered in the previous class?
Yes, some of the irregular verbs like
Yeah,
karna, dena, lena, and pina.
yeah, amazing. Okay, so let's just go backwards. So if you were to explain everyone, what is the concept of irregular verb?
So a verb that doesn't follow the regular conjugation patterns of other verbs.
Yeah, amazing, right? So we spoke about, like, as Michael G amazingly pointed out, even in English, when you think about some verbs like you see in your on your screen, you see walk, help, change, spend. These are just some examples. When you are making forms of the verb, there are some verbs which are following a pattern. You can see it very easily, like walk, walked, walked, change, help, helped, helped. Okay, change, change, change. It's like a fixed pattern that is being followed. It's like a formula that is there. You know, versus the verbs even in English where you have go, went, and gone, or eat, ate, eaten, and there are several others. They're not following a particular pattern when you're conjugating them. Okay, so we use the term called the first bucket that you see. These are called the regular verbs. Okay, and the second one is called the irregular verbs. A lot of languages, they have the irregular verbs. Okay, but if you study the progression of the language as the time evolved, a lot languages used to have a lot more irregular verbs, but through time, they the folks who write the grammar or design the languages, they thought of removing them and converting them into regular. So over the period of time, the amount of irregular verbs have reduced, but some of them irregular verbs, they became so prominent that it was very hard to remove them. It was used throughout the language and among people, so they still retain those verbs. So that's why it's important to sort of learn the irregular verbs. Fortunately, Hindi doesn't have too many irregular verbs. We also spoke about that, right? So that's that one way for you to at least feel good that, yeah, you don't have to memorize a lot of the irregular verbs. Okay, so we spoke about that. Okay, and George G in the previous class, he asked me about, can you give me a list of the irregular verbs? Okay, so there is your in the previous class we spent most of the time on karna. Okay, Karna is to do, like anything that you do, we can leverage karna for that. If you do homework, you can do homework karna. If you do exercise, you can do vyayam karna or exercise karna. If you're helping someone, you can use it as help karna or madad karna. So we spent decent amount of time on karna also. Okay. Then comes the lena and dena. These are also very crucial irregular verbs. Okay, so we spend just briefly some time on that. Lena is like if you're taking something like gift lena, or gift dena. Like if you take some gift, you can use. Then pina, pina is to drink. We spend some time on pina also. Then, so these are, if you notice it, the first four are sort of your transitive. All of them, they require object. You do something, you take something, you give something, or you drink something. Okay? Versus the last two, hona and jana. You don't go something, you go somewhere. Okay? So the last two are your, what kind of verbs are there? Trend? The last two. They are irregular, but they're also, they don't require any object. Huh?
They're intransitive?
Intransitive, very good, very good. Okay, they are intransitive. So all of them are basically irregular verbs, but even irregular verbs, these are transitive because they require an object. The last two, they don't require an object. Yeah, so that's why they are intransitive. Um, anyway, before I go fast, I do want to brush up the rule of sort of your conjugation. Okay, typically when we take any transitive or intransitive verb, okay, let's go over how will it change in the past and what are different form of the verbs. Okay, Josh G, take any one of your choice. Don't take irregular verb, just so that we can take your example.
Okay.
And,
How about Lena to take?
so we will take Lena, that's irregular, so we'll take forms of it, but take a simpler one, which is not irregular, so we can sort of show the contrast. Yeah.
Oh, a non-irregular verb?
Non-irregular, just a regular verb.
Oh, okay. Banana.
Banana, okay, very good. Banana is to?
To make.
Very good. So if you want to say, I made something, okay, you can make multiple things like a rocket or a car or a house or buildings. Okay, how will it change? So if you want to say,
Drop the NA and
yes, okay, you drop the na and na, and then you say, for masculine singular it will be
banata.
for past tense you remove the na and you put
Banaya.
very good banaya. Okay, right, banaya. So you can say I made food would be
Mene me kana banaya.
beautiful. मैंने खाना बनाया. Okay, beautiful. So because you made something, there is a direct object, right? So मैंने खाना बनाया. If it is masculine plural, okay, Nandini ji, how will it change? Banaya will become
Mito?
Nandini ji, if she,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. If you need more time, that's totally fine. Christine ji. Okay. JD ji.
मैंने खाना बनाए.
Okay. So khana is singular. So let's say you want to take some. It's correct. It will
Oh,
be banaye. But take anything which is basically um, masculine plural.
okay. मैंने घर.
Okay, very good, right? So if you made multiple houses, मैंने घर बनाए. Beautiful. Okay, JDG continue. If it is feminine singular and feminine plural.
Okay. मैंने किताब बनाई.
Okay, beautiful.
मैंने किताबें बनाएं.
Okay, beautiful. Got it. So if you notice it, for the regular verbs, you remove the na and you see the patterns is pretty clear. Ya, e, and e. Right? That's what we did 2 classes ago. And then we said when we take the irregular verbs, the forms are just like in English, you have go and then went and gone. Right? So how will it change? Let's talk about that. So I'll come back to you, Josh G again. You have to do just like you made these things for masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, and feminine plural. And when I say these are the gender of the object: food, house, smoothie, and then smoothies. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I have like a मैंने सब लिए.
Okay. So it would be singular would be
लिए. Leah. I'm sorry.
beautiful.
Haven't had my coffee yet.
Good. Leah.
Leah.
Plural.
Lie.
Leah, Lie, and then
Li.
beautiful. And then
And lean.
beautiful. So if you notice, they are different than the pattern that is being followed by Banaya. Okay. So this is your example for irregular verb. Okay. So if you have to use a noun or an object, how will it change? Okay. So let's see who would like to give an example. So you already have the pattern. Natasha ji, मैंने लिया, मैंने लिए, मैंने ली, and मैंने ली. Okay. You just have to come up with an object for each so that it makes sense. So it could be मैंने gift लिया. Okay, masculine singular gift. Can you make one sentence or at least simple example for each?
Mhm.
Huh?
मैंने सब्जियां लिया.
Beautiful. So sabji, beautiful. Okay, sabji is vegetable. It's feminine singular. So it will be
सब्जियां ली.
मैंने sabji. Okay.
सब्जी ली.
Sabji li and then
मैंने सब्जियां ली.
beautiful. So those are good. Okay.
Yeah.
Vegetable is considered feminine. Okay. So sabji li or sabjiyan li. Okay. Now come back to these two.
मैंने सेब लिया.
Okay. Very good. And if you took multiple apples, then it would be
मैंने सेब लिए.
Beautiful. So मैंने apple लिया और मैंने apples लिए. Okay. So what she's saying is same. Same is also apple, right? So singular and plural both are same. Same. Okay. Okay, मैंने सेब लिया और मैंने सेब लिए. Yeah. Any questions so far before we because some folks may not have joined the previous class, so I want to make sure at least the goal for this class is, by the way, to dig deeper and show you two stories or two paragraphs which are written completely in using the irregular verbs, right? So when you go to the paragraph, it will look like first one is beginner, intermediate, and second one is advanced, right? So you should be able to, if you see a huge paragraph, if you can, dissect it easily, then you're pretty good actually, right? So just want to make sure you do some basic exercises before we jump to the bill. Everything good so far on this? Yeah, wonderful. All right, so feel free to ask questions. I'm gonna erase it and we'll jump to the slides again. So this was the just a quick example using the word lena. Okay, so this was, we did liya, liye, li, and li. Okay, Jackie ji, you want to read it? How it will change for dena? You have to unmute yourself. Okay, you it's okay. Let me see if I'll give the prompt. It's okay. It's okay. You take your time in case if it is, if the system, whenever you are able to do it, we'll ask you questions then. Yeah. So don't stress out. Sunita ji, you take this one. Dena.
मैंने
Dena will
खाना
this
दिया.
one. Diya. Very good.
वे खाना दिए.
Diye. Yes.
वो खाना दी.
Okay.
वे खाना दी.
Okay. So the main thing is diya, diye, di, and di. Okay. So you should know these at least, like how dena will change. Okay. For example, if you want to say मैंने gift दिया. Okay. Masculine singular. मैंने gift दिए. Okay. मैंने strawberry दी. मैंने छोटे भाई को strawberry दी और मैंने strawberries दी. Okay. Linda ji, you don't want to do the next one? Tina?
So I'm supposed to say it with a noun.
Just say these forms, that's it. Simple exercise.
Okay. मैंने पिया. हमने पिए. मैंने पी, if I'm a female.
Yeah.
वे pin.
Okay. So just to kind of so this is not about who is saying it. It's about, because these are transitive verb. It's like, it's what is being acted upon. So whether you say मैंने पानी पिया or I say it's the same thing, मैंने पानी पिया. Okay, or us, हमने पानी पिया. Okay, if something we drank is plural, right? हमने बहुत सारे juice पिए. So we're talking about juice, which is masculine plural, right? So I hope it makes sense. Okay, Bill, you do the hona.
Qui, hue, we,
Hui.
we.
Yeah, this is the nasalized sound. So hua.
What is the Chinese character that's in that?
It's just the typo basically. So it's hua, hue, as you pointed out, hui, and hui. Okay, so this is the e sound, hui. Okay, we'll do one more, which is gaya. Okay, Mia, you want to read it out?
जाना गया गए गई गई
Beautiful. Okay. So can you give an example?
वह गया
Mm-hmm.
वे गए
Mm-hmm.
वह गई वे गई
Beautiful, right? So वह और वो पेरिस गया, हम पेरिस गए, okay? वो you know you can take an example. ब्राजील गई और हम और वे ब्राजील गई. Okay. Any questions? Because this is very important to you to know all of these verbs and how they will change when you are using in the context of past tense.
I have a question, Master G.
Yes.
With the intransitive verbs, like the jana and the hona, would I wouldn't say, I wouldn't use the ne, right? Would it still be like, my example is hum nadi gai hai? Would I still have, is that wrong?
That is correct, because intransitive verb, when you're saying in the past tense, it doesn't require a signal. There is no object to be acted upon. Right. So both of us will say the same thing, like, or rather, like, I'm saying it like मैं India गया, okay, and Sunita ji saying मैं India गई. So it's based on the subject basically, right? I mean,
right. But I was wondering do I add the
no, you
the
don't
who
need.
at the end of the word,
So
the to be?
Okay, so I'll give an example. मैंने खाना खाया और मैंने खाना खाया है. So it's the same difference as your past indefinite and and the present perfect. So I have had versus I ate versus I have had, if it makes sense. I helped versus I have helped. So the second one is the notion of perfect tense, which we have not done so far. Okay, so that's when you will add additional to be form of the verb at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And then
yeah.
the other part was do I add the ne at the end of the pronoun?
Not for intransitive.
Not right. Okay.
Not for the intransitive case, right? So you
That's
will
what I
not
figured.
say मैंने इंडिया गया. You will not say that.
Right.
मैं इंडिया
Okay.
गया. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
anyone else? Yeah. Good. All right. So let's keep going. All right, so I'm going to skip it because we've done this exercise. You have subject. For transitive verb, you have subject and then you are followed by ne. मैंने, तुमने, तूने. वह plus ne becomes उसने. We have done this exercise as well. यह plus ne will become इसने. हमने, आपने, उन्होंने and इन्होंने. Okay, so we have done this one. I hope most of you remember it. If not, I definitely encourage you to. It's just an incremental process, so it's important that you go over it. Okay, and then because we did the exercise using karna, like so, maybe we'll do some like Sharanji. You want to take any of the maybe this one. You have all the objects here, so maybe try forming some sentences, and as Sharanji is saying it, you listen and then also think about how you can make similar sentences.
You want me to make a sentence using
Yes,
the
with this structure.
pronoun and any one of those
Yes,
things?
that's right.
मैंने homework किया.
Beautiful.
उसने exercise. Sometimes I don't know masculine and feminine. It feels like
Right.
another yeah.
Feminine.
He.
Yeah.
Okay. आपने कोशिश किए.
Exercise is also sorry, koshi is also feminine singular. So,
की.
yeah.
but I used no, okay. Tayar, Safai. Yeah, I can't remember if these are all masculine or feminine.
So this is Safa E. I think I made a typo here. So yeah, that's the thing. It's an exercise. Even if it's wrong, that's totally fine. The whole idea is like it will. There is no rule I can tell you to determine which
Yeah.
of objects are masculine or feminine. Some of them will come intuitively, some over time, right? So just like homework came to you intuitively, मैंने homework किया, masculine singular. So it's okay even if anyone make mistake here, right? I mean, so for example, tayyari is feminine singular. If I tell you, it will be
Then it would be feminine singular would be key.
yeah. So take an example.
So isne tayari ki.
Beautiful. इसने तैयारी की. Okay. Phone is masculine singular. Jane, you want to try an example? Is masculine singular. So take any of these. Phone and the right.
तुमने फोन किया.
Beautiful. तुमने phone किया. Beautiful. Shri Ramji.
The same.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one should I take?
Take any of these.
Okay.
Any of these.
Okay. मैं phone किया.
मैंने, right? मैंने.
Sorry. मैंने phone किया.
Beautiful. Anong.
Yes.
Take any. Yeah. Take any example, Anong.
मैंने मदद की.
Beautiful. मैंने मदद की. Awesome. Christine ji.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
The one that I said, I think was तुमने phone किया. That means I did the phone. What does?
Tum is an informal you.
No, how does the verb translate there? I did what to a phone?
So to do a phone, like, we are making a verb because karna is to do.
Right.
To make a phone call, there is no separate verb there.
So it means to make a call.
Yeah. So you made a
phone. Okay.
You made a phone call. Basically, that's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's, for example, you are upset that your friend didn't call you, right? You'll say तुमने phone नहीं किया, right?
Okay.
मैंने call किया, मैंने phone किया, but तुमने phone नहीं किया, right? Make sense?
Thank you.
Awesome. Right. Christine ji.
जी.
Yeah.
मैंने महसूस हुआ.
Okay. So we are doing karna. You can say hua also, but if you are saying it using ko, then you can use the other one also. So one more time, Christine ji.
So मैंने महसूस किया.
Beautiful. मैंने महसूस किया. Right? मैंने महसूस किया. Okay. If you want to use hona, then it's applied to you, like you are the recipient. And this is slightly above intermediate, so it will be to me, it felt. So how will you say that also, Christine ji?
I would say it like मैंने महसूस हुआ कि and then say something.
So,
that I
okay.
felt.
So because you're using to me, it felt. To in Hindi is, and this is again, like this is intermediate, but I want to cover it just to kind of, so to me, it felt. So to in Hindi is almost like ko, right? So
मुझको.
Yeah, beautiful. So मुझको महसूस हुआ, and then you can use the conjunction ki, small ki, and then the next sentence. We will cover it for the rest of the people, like how to sort of use the good use cases of ko. but like what she's done is two ways of saying it, to use महसूस करना versus महसूस होना. That's the only difference. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Good job. So now we'll switch the gears. Okay, and we will do the paragraph. Okay, so I want all of you to read this paragraph. I'm going to give you some time for, and everyone has different level. So if anybody is comfortable with Devanagari, I want you to read the Devanagari part.
Ravi Barko.
Okay. So 1 minute. Let me just make sure that everyone is muted. So give me 1 minute.
Sorry,
I'm
Ashuji, I want to ask a question, please.
Say one more time.
I want to ask a question.
Yes, go for it.
How Abhyas feminine and we say Bulnika Abhyas.
Yeah, so Abhyas is considered masculine singular. Abhyas karna. So if you want to say it, would be मैंने
मैंने अभ्यास किया.
beautiful. मैंने अभ्यास किया. That's all you say it.
Okay,
Yeah?
thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So back to the exercise. I'm gonna ask everyone should do this one, okay? Silently first, and then we will go over it. So read it in Devanagari if you're comfortable with, otherwise do it in Romanagari. Don't look at the translation first. Try to do it on your own first. Okay, so I'm going to give everyone about 2 minutes. All right, let me see. Vijayaji, so good to have you. I'm just checking you are there as well. How are you doing?
I'm okay, Ashuji.
अभी कहाँ
मैं नीदरलैंड में हूँ.
doing good health wise and everything?
हाँ, सब ठीक.
Awesome. All right. I hope everybody had a chance to at least read it. Okay, so we'll try to read it in Devanagari first, and if you don't know Devanagari, follow the Romanagari. We'll read slow at the moderate pace and at the fast pace, 3 pace, so you can at least practice it. So let's see. Michael ji, you want to start first? Read slow.
Okay. रविवार को हम सब पिकनिक पर गए.
Beautiful.
Continue.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
मैंने एक बड़ा बैग लिया और सबको पानी की Botalen din.
Mhm.
रीमा ने खाना बनाया और अर्जुन ने सबके लिए चाय बनाई।
Mhm.
बच्चों ने जूस जूस पिया और सैंडविच खाए।
Mhm.
हमने साथ में बहुत हंस से मजेदार किया। अंत में हमने पैर के नीचे एक किताब पढ़ी और आराम किया।
Beautiful, beautiful, awesome. Right? So if you notice it, these are all your irregular verbs. Gaye, liya, di, banaya, banai, piya, khaye, kiya. Okay, padhi, kiya. Okay, padhi is not necessarily, but rest of them are. But it's very important that you now let's read it at an intermediate pace, like or moderate pace, not so slow, but like slightly faster. Sharanji, you want to read it? Slightly moderate pace.
रविवार को हम सब पिकनिक पर गए। मैंने एक बड़ा बैग लिया और सबको पानी की बोतलें दीं। रीमा ने खाना बनाया और अर्जुन ने सबके लिए चाय बनाई। बच्चों ने जूस पिया और सैंडविच खाए। हमने बहुत हंसी मजाक किया। अंत में हमने पेड़ के नीचे एक किताब पढ़ी और आराम किया।
Wonderful, wonderful. Vidyaji, you want to read it? Read it like native speaker, like very fast.
मैं नेटिव स्पीकर नहीं हूँ आशु जी।
You read like a native speaker, right, sir?
अच्छा, रविवार को हम सब पिकनिक पर गए। मैंने एक बड़ा बैग लिया और सबको पानी की बोतलें दी। रीमा ने खाना बनाया और अर्जुन ने सबके लिए चाय बनाई। बच्चों ने जूस पिया और सैंडविच खाए। हमने बहुत हंसी मजाक किया। अंत में हमने पेड़ के नीचे एक किताब पढ़ी और आराम किया।
Beautiful. Okay. Now we'll try to dissect it. Uh, you know, and try to make sense of it. Ingaji, you want to read the first one and tell us what it means? Let me see. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna see if I can. If you need more time, that's totally fine, Ingaji. Just want to make sure I can delete this. Right. Let's see. And if Ingaji, you need more time, that's totally fine. Are you ready, Ingaji?
I'm only listening, Ashuji.
Yes. Oh, okay. Wonderful. Okay. Nandini ji, why don't, if you're there, why don't you start with the first one?
Sorry, I just got called away in between. So,
No worries at all. It's all good.
so रविवार को हम सब पिकनिक पर गए. On Sunday, we all went on a picnic.
Okay, what is the verb here?
Jana.
Yeah, jana used in past tense. So, and why gaye?
Because we all went. हम गए.
हम गए. Beautiful, beautiful. Do one more, Nandini ji.
मैंने एक बड़ा बैग लिया. I took a big bag. The verb is लेना, and because I took, it's in past tense, so it's मैंने लिया.
Okay, so why liya though?
It's a irregular. It's an irregular verb in the past tense.
Okay, so
Lena becomes Leah because bag is masculine, I'm guessing.
yeah, that's right. Bag is masculine, so मैंने bag लिया. If it is strawberry, it would be strawberry ली.
Lee.
Yeah, wonderful. Keep
Or
going.
strawberries, Lee.
Yeah, good.
और सबको पानी की बोतलें दी.
Yeah.
And सबको, to everyone, पानी की बोतलें. Bottles of water.
Yeah,
दी.
water bottles.
Water bottles.
Yeah. Pani is water. Bottle, it's just probably derived from English word bottle.
Bottle.
Yeah.
बोतलें दी.
Yeah. So because it's bottles, bottle, it's the. Beautiful. Jackie, you continue the next two.
Okay. Rima ne kana banaya. So Rima made food, and food's masculine, so it's banaya. Or Arjun ne sab ke liye chai banai, and Arjun made tea for everybody, and it's banai because tea is
Yeah, chai banai because chai or tea is feminine. So
yeah.
keep going.
Okay. Bachon ne juice piya. So children plural drank juice.
Yeah.
And juice must be masculine and it's piya.
That's right.
Or sandwich kaye.
Yeah.
And 8 sandwiches. And because there's more than one child, it's sandwiches are plural. Kaye is plural.
Kai, because the sandwich by default is considered,
Yeah.
many sandwiches, right? So, bachon
Yeah.
ne sandwich khai. Beautiful. Great, great, great. Naraseji, you want to do the next two?
Yes, sir. हमने बहुत हंसी मजाक किया.
Beautiful.
So that's we Kia is the past tense there. So that would be like we had. Bahut mazak. Mazak. That's, okay, we had a lot of fun.
Beautiful. To have fun is hasi mazak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, or is it?
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. अंत में हमने पेड़ के नीचे एक किताब पढ़ी और आराम किया. So अंत में, that's in the end.
In the end.
हमने पेड़ के नीचे, so we under a tree. Well, पढ़ी. Okay.
Kitab is a
so पेड़ के नीचे. So we read a book, पढ़ी, and the rest under a tree. We Kia. Well, we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So हमने read this one. हमने and then these two.
Yeah. हमने पेड़ के नीचे एक किताब पढ़ी.
Okay. So what does it mean? हमने किताब पढ़ी.
So we पेड़ के नीचे under a tree a book we read. We read a book under the tree.
Yeah.
And rested.
Beautiful. And why padhi?
Padhi because kitab is feminine.
Yes, because kitab is feminine. So if it bothers anyone, you can simply say what is the subject followed by ne. Humne padhi. Okay, we read. Then humne kitab padhi. we read a book. हमने एक किताब पढ़ी. Basically, we read a book. Then it gives the information about where. पेड़ के नीचे, under the tree. Okay, but like we read in English, you will be like we read a book under a tree. But it is coming here in Hindi, पेड़ के नीचे. But Hindi is often flexible. So the पेड़ के नीचे can come, पेड़ के नीचे हमने एक किताब पढ़ी. You can say that too. You can say हमने एक किताब पढ़ी पेड़ के नीचे. It can come after as well, right? So feel you should be comfortable that you can just move this thing into different position. By default it goes here, but it's flexible in many ways. Yeah. Any questions on this one before we jump to the slightly?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
The second to the last line, I'm having trouble.
Yeah.
The Hansi Mazak, is that like a? It
It's
seems
a-
to me like we laughed, and shouldn't there be an R in there and had fun?
So basically, the verb here is it's a hasi mazak it's used in multiple.
It's a chunk.
Yes.
Okay.
It's hasi and mazak, right? So it's like din raat. It means din, day and night. But when they are spoken together, you say them as a pair. So you can independently say as mazak karna as well. Okay. Josh mazak kar raha hai. He is kidding. Right. That's
And
what
you could you also say Hansi Karana without the Mazak?
No, you will not say that. You will say, if you want to, you can say hasna, but if you want to say hasi mazak karna, that means to have fun.
Okay.
So mazak you can say it independently, but if you want to say as hasi mazak, like if you have a group of people having fun, क्या चल रहा है? बस हंसी मजाक कर रहे हैं. Right? We are just like having fun, basically.
Anyway.
Yeah, awesome. Any other question?
I have.
माफ कीजिए मेरे एक सवाल है
Yes, I'm.
वापस हमने अनमें हमने पेन के नीचे वापस हमने अनमें हमने पेन के नीचे एक किताब पढ़ी और आराम किया राइट
Yes.
मेरे सवाल इस आराम किया should be हमने आराम किया और हम आराम किया
It will be हमने आराम किया.
हमने आराम किया right
Yes, हमने आराम किया.
ओके बहुत धन्यवाद
Yes, you were thinking why is it not हम आराम किया?
yes I think okay I not have a question for हमने किताब पढ़ी because this is a kitab no read the book but आराम किया it should be हमने also
That's right.
okay
Yeah. Yes, Josh.
okay धन्यवाद
Yeah.
Yeah, I had two questions here. In the Romanogry version here, the second line from the bottom, you have हमने साथ में बहुत हंसी मजाक किया.
So I changed it. I removed some of it because I was like, it will be very hard for everyone to make sense of it. But I forgot to delete it from here.
What is साथ?
Together.
Okay.
हमने साथ में together we साथ में बहुत हंसी मजाक किया. We had a lot of fun.
Okay. And then the other one is banana. Is that an irregular verb?
So not all, everyone is sort of like so even like padna, right? It's not everything is sort of irregular.
Yeah. That's
This is the closest I could come with to make a meaningful paragraph, and that's what it is. But like I would say don't read it as like this is your go-to source to revise the entire chapter. And at the end, my goal is even if you save these and just go over it, it will become naturally in your sort of like, a language bank where you don't have to worry about whether it is irregular or regular. It will just come naturally. Like, so eventually, 1 year from today, I don't want to think about irregular, regular, transitive. It's just there basically. Just like you have English, right? I mean, you don't think about it whether it is.
It just is
Right,
the way it is.
yes. Right. So this is the.
Ashutosh, could I ask a question yet?
Yes.
With the mene sat me, could you say just mene sat sat?
So let me go back. So हमने साथ में this one.
Yeah, हमने साथ में. Instead, could you just say हमने साथ साथ?
हमने साथ साथ बहुत हंसी मजाक किया. You can say that, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong in it. Like साथ साथ is also साथ में, right? I mean, हमने साथ में मजे किए और साथ साथ हंसी मजाक किया. You can say that, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to give you some time, everyone. This time I'm going to have students who didn't had the chance to read before. So read, everyone. So I'm going to give you, because of interest of time, 2 minutes to read it. Dina ji, remind me, how do I say your name again? I forgot. You missed a couple of classes and I forgot your.
Is that me?
Yeah, you. Remind me again.
Is Danai?
Danai.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Thank you.
You feel comfortable taking a shot at it?
Yes, yeah. I'll be very slow, but yeah, I can do it.
It's okay. So that's what you want. You can read Devanagari, right? Remind me again.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so let's start with you. Read it slow and
Yeah.
feel free to ask questions if you have any along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
कल मैं दिल्ली गया. मैंने टिकट लिया और अपने दोस्त को संदेश भेजा. स्टेशन पर मैंने अपने बैग में पानी की बोतल नहीं पाई. शायद मैंने कहीं खा दी. एक आदमी ने मुझे रास्ता बताया और मैंने ध्यान से सुना. गाड़ी में बैठकर मैंने एक कहानी लिखी और थोड़ी कविता भी पढ़ी. मैंने चाय पी, समोसा खाए और अपने दोस्त के फोन करके उसे स्टेशन पर बुलाया. उसने मुझे किताब दी जो बहुत रोचक थी. मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा और अपने अनुभव को डायरी में लिखा। शाम को हम पार्क गए और वहाँ बच्चों को खेलते हुए देखा। मैंने एक बच्ची से बात की।
That's it. Beautiful. Okay. This is intermediate above, almost like advanced. There are a lot of concepts you've not done it. So don't worry about it. This is just to kind of get you the habit. For example, khodi. What is it? Danai, what is this? What do you make sense of from this?
Ko is from Kana.
Yeah.
And
And
it's like giving an order.
no. So kho is from khona. What is khona?
Kona. No, I don't know.
Khona, anyone? What is khona?
Means
Lost.
lost, right?
Oh.
Lost.
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 Lost, yes.
And the two verbs, khona and dena. Okay, so when you join both of them, it will become
They got lost.
yeah. So khona plus dena, it becomes kho dena, right? And then you are conjugating just the di part. So it's kho di because it's why it is di, because of water bottle, pani ki bottle. It's hard. It's going to come slowly, but it's going to come pretty, like it will make much more sense. Okay. Anyway, so if some of it is not clear or it's hard because it is meant to be hard. Okay. We'll read it one more time. This time I'm going to have JDG read it slightly at a moderate pace.
Okay, कल मैं दिया गया, मैंने टिकट लिया और अपने दोस्त को सैंडविच बेचा। स्टेशन पर मैंने अपने बैग में पानी की बोतल नहीं पाई। शायद मैंने कहीं खो दी। एक आदमी ने मुझे रास्ता बताया और मैंने ध्यान से सुना। गाड़ी में बैठकर मैंने एक कहानी लिखी और थोड़ी कविता भी पढ़ी। मैंने चाय पी, समोसा खाया और अपने दोस्त को फोन करके उसे स्टेशन पर बुलाया। उसने मुझे किताब दी जो बहुत रोचक थी। मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा और अपने अनुभव को डायरी में लिखा। शाम को हम पार्क गया और वहाँ बच्चों को खेलते हुए देखा। मैंने एक बच्ची से बात की और उसे चॉकलेट दी। उसने
Okay, so this is good because Devanagari I only wrote till here, so this is good because I found the rest of it was hard, so I was like, let's keep it simple till here. Yeah, Joanna ji, you are comfortable reading Devanagari?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it.
Oh.
Joanna ji, if you need more time, that's totally fine. Okay, Christine ji, maybe you want to read it?
Sure.
Yeah.
कल मैं दिल्ली गया।
If you're comfortable, read it like fast. So we have seen two versions: slower, deliberately, moderate, and then you can read it like you're reading a newspaper.
Okay. कल मैं दिल्ली गया, मैंने टिकट लिया और अपने दोस्त को संदेश भेजा। स्टेशन पर मैंने अपने बैग में पानी की बोतल नहीं पाई। शायद मैंने कहीं खो दी। एक आदमी ने मुझे रास्ता बताया और मैंने ध्यान से सुना। गाड़ी में बैठकर मैंने एक कहानी लिखी और थोड़ी कविता भी पढ़ी। मैंने चाय पी, समोसे खाए और अपने दोस्त को फोन करके उसे स्टेशन पर बुलाया। उसने मुझे किताब दी जो बहुत रोचक थी। मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा और अपने अनुभव को डायरी में लिखा। शाम को हम पार्क गए और वहाँ बच्चों को खेलते हुए देखा। मैंने एक बच्ची से बात की।
That's it. Beautiful. So I'm gonna post the translation of it, but the homework exercise for all of you is to really to kind of translate it yourself first and then compare against what I post. But what we can do in the meantime, we can take questions. If any of it was sort of hard, if any of the words are new, like anubhav can be new for some people, we can go over the words that were hard. Okay, so feel free to kind of ask the questions of what was sort of like Sandesh can be new for some people, it may not make sense, so you can ask those questions. If everything goes hard, that's okay as well, right? It's meant to be hard.
Ashutosh, what was the word anubhav?
Yes, anubhav means experience.
Oh.
Okay, मैंने अपने अनुभव को डायरी में लिखा. So मैंने at the end of the day मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा और अपने अनुभव को डायरी में लिखा. It's really मैंने लिखा. I wrote. Okay, where did I write? मैंने डायरी में लिखा. I wrote in a diary. What did I write?
My experience.
Yeah, yes. Right, so I wrote my experience in the diary. मैंने सीखा. I learned. मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा. I learned a lot. And which is a conjunction, अपने अनुभव को. Okay, I didn't write anyone else's experience. I wrote my own experience in the diary. Yeah, so अनुभव is experience. Any other word which was hard? Rochak, anyone?
Rochak is exciting, right?
Yeah, entertaining, exciting. Yeah.
I wanted to ask about Sandesh.
Yeah, Sandesh is
Message.
message. Yes. मैंने अपने दोस्त को message भेजा. So this is like, Sandesh भेजना is like an older term, but like in the modern context, like, I texted him or I did the message.
And
I have another
Bea,
question.
what is the verb for that?
For which one?
For
Natasha?
Bea?
Which one?
For Sandesh Bea. So for Bea.
Yes. Yeah, so it's bheja, the verb, good question. The verb is bhejna. The verb is bhejna. It's to send. To send a parcel is parcel bhejna. To send a letter is letter bhejna. To send a message is message bhejna. Okay? Or sandesh bhejna. Yeah? Anyone else? This is a good one.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go for it.
In this context, would it be more natural to use apna, apne instead of mera, meri?
Which one?
I think in the entire paragraph we're using apna, apni, apni instead of mera, mere, and so on.
मैंने टिकट लिया और अपने दोस्त को संदेश भेजा.
अपने दोस्त, अपनी बैग, अपने डायरी.
It won't make a big difference if you're more comfortable with, like, it's a reflective, like we have not covered it, the reflective pronoun, but it's pointing अपने दोस्त को, right? मैंने अपने, I mean, we have not done this one, but if you're more comfortable, मेरे दोस्त को संदेश भेजा, you can say that too. Unless, like,
Yeah, just to be sure, it's always going to be apne? It's going to be plural.
Generally, right? So the question
So it's
is,
easier than knowing if the word after it is masculine or feminine.
so remind me again, your question is, why is it apne versus apna, or is it, why is it not mera or mere?
Yes.
So, okay, so this is a good one. Who would like to take that one?
Can I try, Asha?
Yes, please.
The reason why it's apne dost in the second sentence is because Mene, the person speaking, is talking about her own friend. So instead of saying mera dost, it becomes apne dost. If she was this apne dost wasn't referring to the Mene, then it would become the regular mera or tera or some other pronoun. But the subject and this person talking about apne dost is the same person, so that's why the mere becomes apne.
Why is it apne or not apna?
There's a ko, which makes the dost in the oblique.
Yes. But does it cover, like, any other questions you have there on this one?
No, that's really great. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Wonderful. Anyone else? So these are important because you will, in the paragraph, you will find many things which will challenge you. Because it's a, when you get the paragraph, it's not about from which chapter, it's just like a full text, right? We'll take a couple of more minutes in case if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, I have two more.
Yes.
Paji, is this Pana or what is this?
Okay. So Kavita, this one?
No. Ki botai nahi Paji. It's the third sentence.
This one?
Yeah, this.
स्टेशन पर मैंने अपने बैग में पानी की बोतल नहीं
Yeah,
पाई.
what's the verb? Is this Pana?
Yes. Yeah, yes, it is pana. It is pana, and pana is to?
I don't know.
It's a complex one. Anyone else? It's a complex. You've not done it. It is a separate chapter on its own.
Did not manage to get.
Yes, did not manage to get. So we will cover it in a separate chapter. It's a right now it's like how do I explain it in a simpler way? मैंने अपने बैग में पानी की बोतल, I did not find the water bottle in my bag. Okay, so that's what it is.
Pana is to find.
That's right.
Okay.
It's a slightly advanced verb. We will definitely cover it in the subsequent sort of classes. Yeah.
Ashuji, you already have an excellent video on YouTube on Pana.
Yeah. So I can share that also on the WhatsApp and in the Discord. But yeah, it's a one full 60-minute video. So,
And what is Rasta?
yeah, good one. एक आदमी ने मुझे रास्ता बताया. Who would like to explain that? Rasta.
Way.
The way.
The way or the direction. And मुझे, in the modern context, give me the directions. मुझे directions बताओ. Right? So it's Rasta is the way, which is correct. But yeah, that's what it is, Rasta. So if somebody says
Ashuji, we will not use Disha instead of Rasta for direction.
Disha, you can. It's very formal. It becomes formal then, because the rest of the sentence is written in a more sort of like in a colloquial way, right? So so if somebody is saying Rasta lamba hai, like the road is long, or you can say Disha, Disha batao, but it becomes then slightly like a more formal word with the rest of the sentence structure is like colloquial.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
had a question, Ashuji.
Yes.
If you have I'm kind of related. In a sentence, you have like mene chai pi, samosa khaye. what if you were going to say, put the chai and the samosa in the same sentence, like I ate chai and samosa?
Yeah.
Do you default to the singular masculine?
Yeah, great question. Who would like to answer that? मैंने चाय और समोसे खाए, or what would you say?
Can I answer this question?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Samosa, which is singular plural, so we have to say kai. Samose kai. And chai, which is feminine, singular feminine, bi. Mene chai bi and samosa kai.
Hey, this question is, let's say if it was something to eat and the thing was also, let's say, something to eat, like let's say it was dosa, okay? And
Dosa, which is masculine, I think.
okay, so let's say idli. Let's say you have idli, which is feminine.
Okay, I didn't understand the question. What is the question? I didn't know till now. I thought he asking about chai, bi, and samosa kai.
The question was like if I have to use them together, the two different object from two different gender. So idli is feminine and samosa is masculine. So his question is,
Kai,
yeah.
kai. If the both of them will be will be pai, pai. If it's feminine and masculine, we should use a, which is for a plural masculine.
Yeah. So here's my take to you, Josh. It's a very good question. I want you to make a combination, four of them: masculine, masculine, feminine, masculine, and then you take a pass at it and then you share it. And it's a good way for you to you will remember it for the rest of your language learning journey. Yeah.
All right, deal.
Yeah. So we are slightly over time, but I hope everyone will stop the broadcast, and I hope everyone is in the